it keeps growing and growing and growing. Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel reviews. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the book My Hairiest Adventure, number 26 from OG62, Goosebumps. The front cover is really intriguing and interesting. You have a young boy who is standing in front of a mirror in a bathroom, and he's checking himself out, it seems, and he looks really surprised. Indeed, it seems that he has some fur sprouting out of his body, on the back of his hands, and also on the palm of his hands, behind his ears, along the sides of his face, and man, he looks really surprised by that scary sight. And basically, pretty much everything is bathed in blue. Everything is bathed in blue. The bathroom, the colors, the mirror, and you have some red, obviously, that is framing the illustration, the front cover with the letters Goosebumps in red, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that color-wise is pretty good, you know, that blue, and I really liked it. It really, it sounds like a really strange cover to some extent, but at the same time it sounds kind of interesting, and it kind of intrigued me at first. You know, it intrigued me. It made me want to read this book because I was like, what could it be about? So now perhaps let's move on to the book itself. So what is this book about? So basically, we have a main character. His name is Larry Boyd, and what happens is he's going to meet his friends at the beginning of the book. He and his friends from school are rehearsing for some kind of a performance at school. They on a music band, and so yeah, basically, they playing at somebody's house. I'll tell you who in a minute, but basically, yeah, he has to go there. And it's the middle of the winter. It's snowing and everything. It's getting cold out there. And what happens is that as he is on his way there, he gets chased by a pack of wild dogs, and so he has to run away and try to get away as safely as possible. Try to take cover. And he ends up running, you know, all the way, and finally he manages to, you know, escape. But that was a close one. That was really close. And I don't want to spoil the book too much or anything by telling you what happens exactly. But yeah, he manages to make it this time. As for the rest of the book, maybe he won't be so lucky afterwards. But yeah, that's pretty much how the beginning starts. So after that, he's reunited with his friends, and they play for a few hours at this boy's house. So I'm going to tell you about the names of the other kids. So basically, you have Lily Fawn, who's a really nice girl. You know, she's she's Larry's best friend, if I'm not mistaken. Like, she's blonde and she's cute, and there's something about her eyes. I don't want to tell you what exactly. I think they're not exactly the same color or something, but she's a really nice girl, and she's pretty cute too, apparently, from what I got from the book. And of course, there are his other friends, such as Manny and Jared and Christina, and I think that's pretty much it. And so yeah, basically they're rehearsing at whose house again? Was it Manny's house? Sorry about that. I'm just checking it out. What does it say here? Yeah. So basically, their name is the name for the band is the Geeks, and they're competing against another team at school, known as Howie and the Shouters. That is led by somebody named Howie Huron and his sister Marisa. And they don't really like them, so there's really that competing aspect in the book. You know, they hate each other. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Darn, I can't remember exactly who the person was, whose friend they're at, who was it. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Manny, but I'm not sure. Or was it Jared? Perhaps I can look it up somewhere here. Well, it doesn't really matter, except that they're at that person's house, be it Manny or Jared. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sorry about that. I should have been more prepared. But hopefully someone had my back. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, should have been more prepared than that. But basically, they're rehearsing in the basement of Manny or Jared, and yeah, they're doing pretty good, and they're playing. Basically, one of them is gonna sing. I don't remember which one in particular. Maybe Lily, and there are other kids who are playing guitar, and yeah, they're kind of like a rock band, yeah, a music band, a guitar band, whatever you wanna call it. And yeah, so they basically gonna compete for the school play, and I guess that other team I was telling you about. So that's pretty good. That's just the book in a pretty, I would say, nice environment. And yeah, it's snowing outside, so it's the middle of the winter. And yeah, that's pretty good because winter books and Goosebumps are, I wouldn't say rare, but you don't get to see snow a lot in Goosebumps books. So this one, along with the piano lessons, can be murders, and some others were kind of the few ones that had snow. Of course, I'm talking about the OG62 books. I'm not talking about the Tales to Give You Goosebumps. I know there's another one, but that's below the point. Yeah, I don't want to, get too mixed up. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the rarest Goosebumps books that have snow. That has snow in it, right? That has snow in it. So basically, when they see snow, obviously they're young kids, so they decide to go out and play in the snow and fight and stuff. You know about kids and what they like to do when they see that it's snowing outside. So they decide to go there and to have a snowball fight or something, some kind of a contest or whatever. Yeah, contest. Right, they play with snow basically. And the a very strange thing is going to happen as they're out playing in the snow, enjoying themselves. A very curious and peculiar thing. They're going to find out that there's at a neighbor's house. I'm not entirely sure what it is exactly. I believe someone is moving, or somebody has just moved in, or somebody is moving somewhere else. But basically, they notice that there's some kind of a dumpster, and next to it there's a junk pile, and inside the junk pile there all kinds of junk, I guess. So they decide to go and rummage through it, trying to sort things out, try to find something they might be interested in, because usually in Goosebumps, when you have yard sales and stuff like this, it's not uncommon to have something that is really like a very specific item or object that turns out to be really relevant to the story itself. So basically, they go there, and as they're looking through it, through the garbage, through the junk, they find that cream lotion, and I'm not entirely sure how it's called, what it's called, but maybe I can find the answer here in the plot. Instant-tan, yeah. And it reads, rub on a dark suntan in minutes. Rub on a dark suntan in minutes. So basically, if they, rub that cream on their bodies, on their hands, and on other parts of their bodies, basically they would get a suntan, or so it says. So basically, they decide to do it because they think, what? It could be cool, to try to do that. It's the middle of the winter, and as we go to school, everybody's going to ask us questions about it, being like, how come these kids just got a suntan in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the winter, sorry. In the middle of the summer's not uncommon, but in the middle of the winter, how could these kids get a suntan in the middle of the winter? How is that possible? How could they get suntan, right? How could they? So basically, they want to surprise other people, and also being kind of they want to have they want other kids to admire them. So they decide to go on with it, and yeah, they decide to do it anyway. And even though you shouldn't, basically, yeah, usually if you find, some cream, I don't know, cream lotion just lying in there in a bunch of garbage and a bunch of junk. The last thing you should do is actually try it on your buddy because you don't exactly know what it is about, and if the stuff is expired, the expiring date or whatever might be, it might be the thing might be, past its expiration date or whatever, so it's not very safe to do it. But they decide to do it anyway, and the results are kind of bad because there seems to be some kind of a side effect to the thing, and I don't want to spoil the book anyway, in any way, shape, or form, but I'm gonna have to mention that it seems that the characters, especially Larry, is starting to grow hairs. Pretty much everybody. So he tries to shave them off and everything, but that won't do the trick. So he's spreading all that fur all around, all over his body, and he gets pretty distressed about it, pretty scared, and he has to do something, and it's getting really serious, and he tells his friends about it, but they don't really want to listen to him. Instead, they make jokes about it. They're calling him Hairy Larry, which I found was pretty funny. Hairy Larry, rhyming and all, but yeah, that's not really a good reaction from his friends. But after that, some really strange events are going to start taking place. And this is when the book really starts to get, I wouldn't say scary altogether, but pretty mysterious and suspenseful. And I really like that part of the book. And yeah, there are gonna be a few things happening. I don't want to spoil it any further, so I'm gonna stop it. So I'm gonna stop it right there. But yeah, basically, yeah, something is gonna happen in the book, and I'll let you find out for yourselves because I'm gonna tell you about what I thought about this book without spoiling it any further, right? So what did I think about this book? Wow. Okay, this book, My Hairiest Adventure, is definitely one of the most hated Goosebumps books on the face of this earth. Everybody's like that. My Hairiest Adventure is a bad book. It sucks. It's boring. It's tedious. I've heard it all for this book. I've heard it all about this book, about everything nasty there was to say about it. I heard it all. Now, what is my opinion on this book? I really liked it. Yes, it's not a scary book per se. It's pretty more of an adventure book, as you can guess from the cover, My Hairiest Adventure. But it was good. The title, My Hairiest Adventure, kind of says it all, but I liked it. I really did. And it has a lot of scary scenes in it, to be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to share something personal about me, but yeah, I'm kind of I don't like dogs, and I'm afraid of them, so I'm kind of terrified at the idea of getting chased by one or pack. It's even worse. So the scenes where Larry was being chased were pretty intense for me, and I just put myself in his shoes and thinking what I would do. That really scared me, and I really liked that part of the book. Those parts of the book were really scary as far as I'm concerned, and I really enjoyed it. The rest of the book is pretty good. There's a lot of suspense, building up. Pretty much all of the book is great, to be honest with you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And the characters are cool, especially Larry. I liked him. I really liked Lily. The others, Manny, Jared, and Christina, were pretty good. I don't remember much of them right now. Not on the top of my head, but if I'm not mistaken, they were pretty nice, except that they used to make fun of Larry at some point, but I didn't pay much attention to that. I think they're a good team, especially with the music thing and all. Yeah, the rest of the book is pretty great, and it gets really suspenseful at some point, and I really liked it. I thought it worked wonders in this book. Yeah, the book itself is good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why people hate it so much, to be honest with you. I mean, even if it is not a scary book per se, be it as it may, it's not a bad one either. It's more of an adventure, laid back sort of story, and yeah, pretty much yeah, it doesn't take itself really seriously. It's more like a fun read, right? It's kind of goofy, but it's more on the goofier side of Goosebumps than other books, obviously. Because in Goosebumps, you have two kinds like you have several kinds of themes and genres in Goosebumps. You have the really scary ones like Welcome to Dead House, Say Cheese and Die, and The Haunted Mask. And you have some others like My Hairiest Adventure, and what else? Go Eat Worms, maybe. Monster Blood, maybe a little bit to some extent, but some books that are more pleasant to read and more suitable for all, even for kids. This book, I wouldn't mind kids reading it. I think it wouldn't scare them that much, so it could be a good way to be introduced to Goosebumps, even, I would say, to see how much different one book can be from another Goosebumps book, and that's good. Yeah, it's more like How I Learned to Fly also was more, played more on the adventure side. Also, yeah, Deep Trouble, obviously. But yeah, this book was pretty good. And a lot of people mentioned that, it is known as the Puberty Book for some extent because, to some extent because it symbolized puberty with what happened to young Larry, with the fur and hairs and whatever. Maybe, yeah, I didn't pay much attention to that. Maybe you could see it in that way, I guess, but I didn't personally. I just saw it as a fun, exciting book. It was pretty well. It's so good. I really enjoyed it. As you're nearing the end of the book, it gets really suspenseful and great. And the final twist itself was pretty, I would say, a little bit goofy and silly, but I didn't mind it that much. I don't think it was that bad. Yeah, I just thought it was just okay, right? I don't think it was any bad. Like, it's kind of, yeah, it's a weird ending. Let me tell you straight away. And I didn't see it coming. I don't know if you will see it coming. If you haven't read it yet, I'm not sure you'll ever see that one coming, but it's not bad. It's just okay, right? It's a little dumb and silly, as I mentioned. It's especially if you watch the episode, the TV episode. I happened to watch it, and I liked it, but man, the ending with the music, it sounded like some kind of I don't want to spoil anything, but a little bit like yeah, some kind of an ad for television or commercial. I don't know. It felt pretty weird in the episode, at least. In that book, it just felt maybe out of place to some, but I think it still fit the story okay. It wasn't that bad. It was just all right. So, yeah, overall, this book is pretty good. If I were to rate it, I think I'd give it 7 out of 10. May sound a little bit high to some, but let me tell you straight away, folks, I don't judge Goosebumps based on how scary they were. I just judge them on whether I like them or not. And that book was a fun ride. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. If you like snow, dogs, or even if you're scared of dogs, it's even better. If you don't like, if you're looking for an adventure story that is, kind of weird and enjoyable at the same time and suspenseful and a little bit tense at times even, this book is definitely a good fit for you folks. I think you're going to love it. And those who haven't liked it at all, I respect that too. And that's fine if you didn't like this book. I don't mind it. But it's definitely not my worst Goosebumps book. Be careful what you wish for was far worse, in my opinion. I think the same way as Goosebumps, as Grayson. I think that Be Careful What You Wish For was much worse, in my opinion. And a lot of people would agree with us, I think, because, yeah, Be Careful What You Wish For. It was supposed to be a scary novel, but it wasn't that scary and a little bit silly at times. Whether this book, you can tell straight away from reading the title, that's not really a scary book. It's more like an adventure type of novel. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for my Hairiest adventure. And so what did you think about this book, folks? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So and I'll see you on the next review for Night in Terror Tower. In the meantime, stay safe and goodbye. Take care. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Sorry about that. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about my Hairiest adventure. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And is it your favorite Goosebumps book? Is it your worst Goosebumps book? Is it a bad book? Is it a good book? Let me know in the comment section down below. Any opinion is more than welcome here. And you don't have to like this book or anything. You don't have to hate it either. Just let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, be yourselves and just yeah, be proud of your opinion, right? Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next review. Bye-bye, take care. This Torture Reviews for you, signing off. And now I'm going to be reading the summary. He's having a really, really bad hair day. Larry Boy just found the... He's having a really, really bad hair day. Larry Boy just found the coolest thing in the trash. It's an old bottle of Instant Tan. Rub on a dark suntan in minutes. That's what the label says. So Larry and his friends do, but nothing much happens until Larry notices the hair. Dark, spiky, sick hair growing on his hands and face. Really gross, shiny hair. Hair that keeps growing back even after he shaves it off.